Anal Lovers 8-Pack, Books 17 to 24. Anal Sex Erotica, First Time Virgin Anal Erotica Collection. Copyright 2023 by Kimmy Welsh. Written by Kimmy Welsh. Narrated by Talula Rouge. Anal Revenge, Anal Lovers 17. We hung out at the Black Cab often, and I guess deep down I always knew it'd be our undoing. Royce and I had been dating since I was 16, and we were both now 20, whiling away our free time mingling with barflies and revelers who passed through our town. Even his dad, Mr. Harnett, had warned me off Royce a long time ago, which is about as much of a red flag as you can get. Royce didn't speak to his dad, but I did. I'd keep him up to date, omitting Royce's transgressions and overblowing his successes. I was convinced Royce was playing away, but I couldn't be sure. He'd started acting differently and staying later at work. He wasn't in his apartment as much, and I spent more time with Mr. Harnett. Whenever he got a chance, he'd tell me Royce was worthless and that I deserved better. Mr. Harnett wasn't exactly a catch either. His wife had left several years ago, and now he mostly sat in front of the television with a beer after his factory shift had finished, but he was a good person at least. I had to make a decision on my future. I just needed a catalyst. Thankfully, Royce gave me one. I'd finished work early and decided to surprise him at the Black Cab. I knew he'd be there as we always met there around 8 in the evening, so when I strolled in at 6, Royce got quite the shock, not least because he had the barmaid pressed up against the jukebox. "What the fuck?" I cried, spotting them instantly. Royce turned and Hannah, the barmaid, looked with him. He kissed me like that before. "Carmen," he said, and quickly removed his hands and took a step away. "You piece of shit." I basically sprinted across the bar towards him in a rage. No one else intervened, but it must have made good entertainment as I thrashed my arms at Royce. For now, I ignored Hannah, who had slinked back to the bar to polish glasses. "You're lying piece of shit," I cried, slapping his chest. "Relax," Royce said over and over. "Relax, Carmen, relax." Shit, has that ever worked? Someone gets told to relax, and they instantly relax. It doesn't work like that. And it especially doesn't work like that when your sack of shit boyfriend is flirting with another woman. "I'm going to show you what you're missing," I vowed, staggering back with tears in my eyes. "I'm going to give someone else what you've always wanted." Royce's eyes spread wide. Most of the bar imagined we were talking about children, but Royce and I knew better. You see, since we'd met, Royce had tried on several occasions to convince me of, or surprise me with, anal sex. I batted off his advances and outright told him no, but he still pushed for it. Shit, I guess I should have dumped him off the back of that alone, but I was too smitten by the asshole. "You wouldn't," he said. "Don't worry, maybe Hannah will give you what you want." Hannah retreated meekly, blushing. I'm sure the idea of Royce's children didn't exactly fill her with hope, and perhaps the idea of anal wouldn't either. "Don't go doing something stupid, Carmen." The cheek of this guy. Stupid? Stupid? I gave him another slap. Stupid like fucking around with other girls? I wasn't doing nothing. Fuck you. I fled from the bar angry, stealing my eyes on the exit. The second I pushed outside, I burst into tears, but I didn't stop moving. I didn't want him to come catch me and trap me again with his words. I was fixing for revenge, and there was only one way I knew of getting it. The only question was, whose cock was going in my ass? As my car's wheels squealed out of the parking lot, I looked in the rearview mirror to see Royce standing in the doorway of the bar. I hoped it'd be the last I saw of him. I wiped my eyes and gripped the wheel tight, heading back home, but then I had a realization. I stopped the car in its tracks and did a quick U-turn, heading instead for Mr. Harnett's. I pulled into the driveway behind his car and sat there for a moment, staring at the door to his house. "Fuck," I cried, smashing the dash. "Fuck." I was bubbling with rage, and I needed an outlet. I guess I didn't quite pick the healthiest release of all my anger. I
Sample complete. Ready to continue?